Make me nervous up here. So how are we doing?
Mike, it seemed like you were leaning toward resting a lot of the starters. So what ultimately led to this?
You know, it's a balancing act. There's a lot goes into it. I talked to the players about it. I waited all the way until Thursday evening to finally stamp it. But I talked to the players on Friday that it wasn't necessarily a punishment or a reward. It was every individual and where they're at, who needs it to perform on week one. You do your best guess. So it is. It wasn't we're just sitting guys because they've done X, Y, or Z. It was more protecting people against themselves, realizing specific positions that guys could get, a little taste of a game and then get them out. So it's a balancing act that we'll continue to do during the preseason to get ourselves best ready for the regular season. Yeah, and just in general, it is not an easy job to play tight end in the offense, and so we thought that it would benefit him to get him in a little bit, but again, we're trying to protect people too, so you're just really trying to manage all those things, and having a scope for the whole preseason, we thought it would be good. We wanted to get him a touch and kind of get him orchestrated and hearing the offense, but also protect him. So I was happy. Before watching the tape, I was happy with the way he played and how he approached it, because, again, it wasn't punishment at all.
Mike, what did you make of the reaction when that kick joined off? Your guys seemed pretty hyped, albeit being a preseason.
Yeah, I think it made me very happy because, that's what I want to see from the team. There's a lot of guys that, not a lot, but there's probably 16 or 17 that didn't play a snap, that weren't even suited. But what I was happy about was the whole team stayed locked in for their teammates, and they genuinely wanted to win. And you better have a competitive nature in this business to be able to succeed in it. And so it was cool to see that they wanted to finish what they started, so I was happy with that. You're never going to be completely happy with a performance. That's the point of being a coach. The day that you have a perfect game, I feel like we should walk off to the sunset. So I was happy with how they handled adversity. That things didn't go their way. We kind of started behind the 8 ball a little bit. They were running a bunch of pressures, so we were struggling to get the run game going for reasons because they were committing to stop it. So I was happy how they responded, and there's a lot we can learn from it. Skylar, it's funny, I have to check myself when certain things will happen during a game or practice where I'll feel myself getting impatient with him because I've completely forgotten that he's a rookie. But he is a rookie. But to his credit, we rely on him as a veteran. So it's a hard thing in this league to with a night's sleep go in as a starter. We were pumped to get him that opportunity. I know he feels like, and we'll all feel like, he left a lot of, not a lot, but he left some plays out there. But the biggest thing is we didn't have any turnovers as an offense. I think we had one penalty, so that's something to build on positively. And you can't have those type of statistics there specifically if you don't have efficient, good quarterback play. So it was cool to watch him. He was pumped. He was very salty and every series because he was mad at himself for whatever happened on the previous series, and that's a good starting point because he didn't shy away from making plays either after he was frustrated.
How did you see Skylar in terms of things getting guys lined up, all of those things that maybe you take for granted from the veterans.
No, so that was one of my favorite parts. Was at the beginning of the game, I thought the operation was a little slow. We were trying to get the play in pretty fast, and I don't know what he was saying exactly in the huddle, but it was just taking a long time to get aligned. So I took the opportunity to go tell him, "Hey, dude, you need to get the guys in and out of the huddle," and he was able to adjust that. He did better with that, while also still taking each play one play at a time. So that was an encouraging thing that you don't know until it's real. There's a lot of rookies out there that I think felt more rookie feelings than he did, and he touches the ball every play. So, happy with that. A lot to get better from, but he's a stud, and we're happy to have him. No, I was just talking to the team about it. Like, the receiver position in general, you have so many variables that are compounding for you to get opportunities, which is why I say every he was on the field, and he's whether a couple people have mentioned to me that he's maybe had a quiet camp or whatever. All I've seen him do is do his job. So then that sets you up for success when you continually do your job, and then all of a sudden you catch the right coverage or you get the right play call. So I was happy with that, and I think it's a lesson that for a lot of guys to take is to just be ready for your opportunity. I thought he was ready for his opportunity tonight. I don't. We'll always try to defer to. I don't want to start pushing a direction that we try to have science in our statements. So with regard to injury, so there was some concern, definitely for his lower extremity, but we'll find out more tomorrow. Exactly what it is, but he's a competitor, and he did not want to be hurt, and I think that's what you saw from him was emotion that he felt like he was making plays, and this was a setback, but that's all it is. However long it takes him, it's a setback.
I got a personal note. I know your main concern is the overall team, but I got to ask you on a personal note. You've been in the league a number of years, but tonight is your first night dealing with a game as an NFL head coach. What was that like for you?
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to maybe reflect on the plane for like 5 minutes. But really in the moment, I feel such obligation to the organization, the players, the coaches, that it just felt like I was trying to fixate on what my job was at the time. So I didn't really get. I guess I did feel there were some goosebumps in the national anthem, for sure. But you try to do your best to, for me, there was a lot of it that felt like practice. Because if you put yourself in the right mindset each and every day at practice should be like a game in theory, right? So, I was just focused on doing my job, for all the players and coaches in the organization, and the beat writers. So that it was cool to get that out of the way, so that we can continue to focus on getting better and making everyone the best they can be, for regular season 1.
Final question.
3 weeks of watching back and quarterbacks. Is quarterback depth a concern at all at this point?
You say corner or quarter?
Quarterback depth a concern beyond the guys that you know that you started this early?
I'm very happy with the group. They've been very competitive, and there's a lot of guys that have really gotten better in the last couple weeks specifically. Now that you get some dings, you have to kind of reassess. Again, you have to figure out exactly the timeline. But I know Chris and his staff. I saw he had his backpack on, so he's probably already started to look at you guys just in case we get unforeseen or really any bad news tomorrow on some lengthy injuries, really. So we'll just be prepared for whatever is dealt, but we'll find out first and foremost what those injuries are and the extent of them, and move forward from there, really.
Thank you, guys.
It's hot in here.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.